Good morning, family. This is IyapoNgina. I am whispering because it's still relatively early and I think my housemates are still asleep. But I got up this morning to get some things done before the day got busy and was journaling and decided I was going to video journal instead. So I feel like the need to share. I haven't done a live in, I don't know, maybe a month. But I think I'm having like an existential crisis right now. I went yesterday and got a massage, the first real massage I've had in like 3 years. And I just think it brought a lot up. And yeah, so I'm feeling that shit today, like emotionally feeling that shit today. So, for those that know me, peace, Amina. Imani, excuse me. For those that know me, or have known me for some, significant period of time, then, I'm like outgoing, I'm a go-getter, I'm a party starter, right? Like, I'm a facilitator, people have gotten married because of me. People have started businesses because of me. People have started organizations because of me, and I love that. I love being able to, to facilitate and to assist and to see people successful. And I don't know, I saw an interview with Nita Simone the other day. And I think this is what kind of started this trajectory, is like seeing this interview. She was already older when this guy interviewed her. And the whole time I just felt bad. I just felt bad watching the interview because this woman is a genius, a goddess. And when the interviewer asked her what she wanted most in life, she said, I want to be married. And she said, the problem is my music is the most important thing to me. And, the subtext is I can't have both. I can't be fully me and expect that I deserve to be happy. And while I try to be like optimistic, it's like I just stay surrounded by so many incredible people. I have so many amazing friends. I've had such an incredible life, like really, really magical. And unfortunately, no matter who I'm surrounded by, no matter what I'm doing, the moment it might be great, but the overwhelming feeling is loneliness. And, it might just be the fact that there are 5 planets in retrograde right now. It might be the fact that the world is presently upside down. But it's like, and it's scary because it's like, I feel like the more I accomplish, the less I deserve. The more I accomplish, the more lonely I'm going to make myself. And so I stay stuck in a constant state of limbo. And so the doing, just becomes a way to like escape the thing that's the most present in my mind, is that, and I don't want to come off like I'm pessimistic or I'm depressed, because I'm not. I don't ever feel that. I don't ever feel depressed. I feel lonely, and there's a difference. But it's like, that's the thing that's always on my mind. And sometimes I feel like maybe it's just, the political circumstances. I've been, in organizations where I could not make sense of why I was surrounded by men and I didn't have a problem getting laid, but even like-minded human beings, I could not. And so I'm like, well, damn, am I just not approachable? Like, I feel like I'm great. I feel like I'm upbeat. I'm outgoing. I don't know, yo. I just felt, I don't know. I just really felt her. I really felt Nina. And it did not make me optimistic at all. This woman was amazing. She was gorgeous. She was flawless. And I hear the story over and over again, man. Over and over again. These flawless, amazing, beautiful Black women just destined to loneliness because why? Like, I just don't get it. I just watched her, man, and I just cried, man. I was like, damn, yo, like, there ain't no hope. There ain't no hope. God damn it. Like, if Nina Simone died alone, if this woman who was the seriously physical personification of God on earth died lonely, then how dare I expect anything more than that? And then I start to think about, like, my belief system, right? And I'm like, well, damn, Iyapo, I don't know why, you all in your feelings, you chose this lot. That's what we tell ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We chose this life. And don't get me wrong, it's been amazing, yo. It's been so incredible. Like, even when I story tell, I'm like, did that actually happen? Did I actually experience that? Like, this shit is amazing. But, to travel, I went camping with people for the first time in my adult life. Like, with people. You know what I'm saying? All this camping I talk about, I've done by myself. Watched the stars by my fucking self. Had these experiences by my fucking self. And, I just don't know, man. I'm like, okay, so do I have to be softer? Like, is that the problem? Am I too hard? Right? Do I talk too much? And even when I, meet someone, I'm constantly in my head, because of my past experiences, going into these situations knowing I can't be my full self. Knowing that. Like, I just can't be easy. I can't just be like me. And I don't know what aspect of me is the thing that that scares men away or turns them off. But I'll tell you, like, I'm so in tune with that shit that if I go out with someone, I can detect the moment where I've said too much, or where I've revealed too much too soon, or now what that thing is, I can't say. But, anyway. The only reason I am sharing this is because I feel like that's the period. I've been talking about it for almost a year now. Like, shit was going to get real heavy for us emotionally. And unless we had the ability to be honest with ourselves, to unpack our baggage, that we weren't going to evolve. And evolution is what I want. Like, I still want to change the world. I still feel like that's why I chose this life. I still feel like, despite how uncomfortable, this period and our collective history may seem, that it's the most, it's the most, it's the biggest opportunity that we have to like take a collective evolutionary leap forward. And then I feel like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, an asshole for being in my feelings about something, like love, because the world's fucked up, right? Like, yo, maybe I get too deep with it, but I be thinking about, like, for example, Harriet Tubman is my hero. Anybody who knows me knows that of anybody on the planet in the whole of human history, she is the one. Like, everybody else pales in comparison, right? And so I'm like, Iyapo, was Harriet pining away for her lost love while she was changing the damn world? You know what I'm saying? Get out your damn feelings, right? But she was. She still got the work done, but she was pining away for her lost love. She was feeling rejected. She was feeling betrayed. She was a human. She was a woman, and in her lot in life, she was experiencing the exact same thing. This notion that, and it's not to say that it's not a situation where other women don't experience it. But for me, being a black woman in this fucking disgusting bitch that we live in, my blackness always determines my value. It always is the giant in the room. It's always the thing that determines whether or not I deserve, whether or not I have value. And so I just think about, spending damn near 9 years in medical school, which was insane. No sane person would have done what I did. I'm sorry. They wouldn't have. Not under the circumstances. Nobody would have done it. But again, it comes back to that same thing, that black women are the most educated people in this country. We have more degrees than anybody in this country. Why do we do that shit? Because collectively we understand we're always making a struggle we're always making a contest, always making a struggle to prove our goddamn worth. And in our minds, to do that, these are the things that we have to do. These are the hoops that we have to jump through. We aren't worthy. We aren't valuable until, at least in our minds, until we do X, Y, and Z. See, if I do this, then people will notice me. If I do that, then people will appreciate me. If I sacrifice self in this way, then, maybe I'll deserve what everybody else is giving goddamn near freely and easily and effortlessly, right? That if I just keep jumping through these fucking hoops, and then we are stuck in this catch-22. We jump through the hoops, we go through the school, we go through the programs, we deny self, right? We can't be fully ourselves. We can't be fully in our skins. We have to talk softer. We have to tread lightly, right? We have to stuff down. We can't be too loud, can't be too angry, can't be too expressive because it'll be taken the wrong way. This is the daily existence, right? And so we're always aware of it. Not just with people outside the group, with people inside the group. This constant judgment that we experience. We've gotten so accustomed to others judging us, to others minimalizing our goddamn significance, and still have to go through the hoops, still have to go through the motions, still have to do all things right, still have to look exceptional all the time, right? And then when we don't, we self-criticize, we self-judge, right? I don't know, but that's the day. That's how I'm starting the day, is like, I don't get like this often, probably, really ever. Every once in a while it might pass by my my mind, but I'll tell you what started it. What started it, what allowed it to come to the surface to the degree that it did, was getting this goddamn massage yesterday and realizing that it's the first time, and I can't remember how long, someone put their hands on me and I felt like they fucking cared. I can't remember the last time someone like centered me and what I needed in that minute, in that moment. And this is a relative stranger, someone I've known for a very short period of time, but yeah, and I think the reason that it stayed with me so long, I was fucked up the rest of the day. It was a great massage, amazing, but I was fucked up the rest of the day. Didn't get shit else done. I was done for the day, and it brought so much to the surface, but it just really it was deep, because what I do is to constantly give to others for a living, which is what I chose, which is what I love to do, right? So I am, and even like the injury that I went to go get treated for, I felt like I knew instinctively it was like an energetic thing. People have been unloading so much on me, and that's fine. Like, that's the period. People, for healers, that's the period. People aren't just getting body work done. People are unpacking baggage. People are unburdening themselves. And so I was like, fuck, I'm not prepared for it. Like, I wasn't jujued up. And people were coming and just laying all this shit right at my feet, like, yo, now you can have this shit, right? And so I knew it was an energetic thing that caused this injury. But that was my stopping point. I wasn't thinking deeper than that. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I can be with someone, I can sit with someone for 2 hours, spend an hour listening to what is hurting them, what is plaguing them, and then spend another hour putting my hands on them, attempting to right what's wrong, right? And it wasn't until yesterday, and I'm telling you, I'm not talking about no short period of time, I'm talking about years. It's been years since I felt like in the moment completely centered and cared for and prioritized. And yeah, and that shouldn't be the case, not for anyone. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be. Like, I don't know, it just has me question, like, what is it that I'm fighting for? What is it that I'm, what is it, what's the world that I want to see? And the world that I want to see is always something like outside myself. Well, I want to see a world where, people are cared for, and people have a place to live, and people have a right, to express themselves on their own terms, or whatever. Yeah, I still feel denied that. I still feel denied that. And so even though for 20 years I've hell, for more than that, actively, you know, participated in the bringing forth of that world, in my heart, I still don't feel like I'll be entitled to that. Like I'll deserve that. Like that's something that I should expect to have. Anyway, I don't know. I might just be rambling, but yeah, I just, yeah. So anyway, I didn't want to bring anybody down. That wasn't my intention. It was really just to kind of like, I've got baggage to unpack too. And, yeah. And, that's it. So thanks for tuning in. I actually, on a lighter note, have another book I'm going to read soon, which will be ironic. I'll probably start Sunday, but I'm going to be reading The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton starting on Sunday. So maybe you guys will tune in. It's an amazing book, and I think it's probably very appropriate for the period that we're living in. So yeah, this is the Rogue Black Girl, also known as IyapoNgina, and tune back in on Sunday, excuse me.